Redditors assemble. r/AskReddit. What under $10 item is a total game changer? A motion sensor light bulb. Got one from Amazon for the basement a few months ago for outside of the pantry. It turns off automatically after 30 seconds so you don't have to constantly pull the chain to turn it on, off. I must have replaced the pull 3-4 times the past few years. That bulb has been my favorite purchase from the past 6 months. I have one in my bathroom. Cost $6 I think and it is awesome. Only time I don't love it is when I choose to shower at night. The shower curtain blocks the sensor so I have to wave out every couple of minutes. Or, as I said below, smack through the curtain the long brush hanging outside. A plunger. When you need one you need it right that very second. A dashcam is like a plunger. Everyone wished they had one after it's too late. Barkeeper's friend. If you at all have any stainless steel, specifically pots and pans, this stuff will restore it to brand new. Also takes the little silverware marks off your plates. Holy shit. You're an angel. Can't believe this worked. A good hairbrush. I used to have a shitty comb and my hair was constantly in knots. I brought a Tangle teaser on sale a few weeks ago and my hair it's so smooth and less frizzy now. I swear by my wet brush. I have thick, wavy texture hair that used to take half an hour to brush and detangle. Not anymore. I also swear by wet brush. I never realized how badly other brushes hurt until I started using my wet brush. Now I will never go back. I don't know why all brushes aren't made this way. I've got 2 young daughters and brushing their hair always resulted in tears. When I was Christmas shopping I came across a wet brush that had the Frozen characters on it. I bought it for them just for the characters, but I'll be goddamned if it wasn't one of the best accidental investments of my life. It seriously makes brushing their hair so much easier. A small sewing kit. I moved out of home and my mum gave me one. It contained a few needles, string, spare buttons, small scissors, measuring tape etc. At first I thought what the frick I will never need this. I have now used that sewing kit countless times. Fixing buttons, sewing holes in clothes etc. Very handy. My sewing kit sat dormant for years, but finally, about half a decade ago, a button popped off a suit and I was like, I've been waiting for this. An oven thermometer. I have a friend who fancies herself a baker and spends $ on fancy ingredients and shitloads of time in the kitchen and then wonders why her stuff always turns out dry and overbaked. An oven thermometer is good to have, but you can also use an instant read thermometer on baked goods, too. They're not just for meat. You usually want an internal temperature around 210 degrees F for cakes. Very true. But I like having an oven thermometer, because I want to know if my oven is at the correct temperature before I put anything in it. The one we have sucks and needs to be calibrated. It runs about 25 degrees higher than you set it. So that can really affect how food cooks, not just whether or not it's done. A sponge on a stick. Can probably get 2 or 3 for under $10. No more squishing your hands into deep cups, thermoses, vases, mason jars, etc. I wash myself with a rag on a stick. Ah. This is what I thought of immediately. A pocket knife. Picked one up for $5 and had no idea how frequently I'd use it until I actually had one. Be warned. Could turn into an addiction. My spouse just bought a $150 knife to add to his collection. Another fine addition to my collection. Get out of here Grievous. Potato peelers. I was living a lie before I purchased one of these babies. I don't even know who I was before that. My roommate still refuses to use one and it makes me nuts how much potato gets wasted while she acts superior to me for doing it the traditional way. What exactly is traditional cause I grew up with my granny using peelers and there's many traditional ways that aren't used anymore for a reason LMAO. Dude bless you. This is a small, but specific chip I have on my shoulder. People like to pretend that anyone over 60 grew up in sack dresses gently pulling homegrown potatoes from the field before preparing them using their wizened hands with simple ingredients and a recipe that exists only in their head. Passed down from the old country. You know why there are all those vintage hot dog jello pickle cream mold recipes people share to gross each other out? Because as soon as canned soup and instant pudding and frozen waffles and potato peelers and melon ballers became a cheap and available thing, people were like, oh frick yes, now I don't have to do all this bullshit the tedious way. Tongue scraper. Even if you brush your tongue well and think it's clean, you'll be surprised by how much cleaner it looks after one use. Love my tongue scraper. High quality pens. They just glide across the page and I could never go back to buying cheap ones now. This comment brought to you by the Pilot G2 gang. When I was laid off because of the virus, I had to clean out my drawer before leaving. I gave back my keys and card, but said these pens are coming with me. When cleaning out my work locker and drawer, I found dozens of pens and tape measures that had previously been sucked into the vortex of time and space. So now I've got tons of great pens again. No job, but still pens are good. A long phone charging cable. I'm talking like 6 feet or longer. 10 plus or bust. I can never go back. 10 featuring 4 bed. 6 featuring 4 office. 3 featuring 4 car. 1 featuring 4 birthday gift for that annoying colleague. This sounds like a BuzzFeed writer setting themselves up for an article. These under $10 items will change your life. Number 6 will surprise you. I never thought about number 7 until I tried it. Lube. I saw so many people on Reddit swear by coconut oil as a good lube. For years I just brushed them off as broke college kids who couldn't afford a decent bottle of lube, and seeing as I found a great brand, I never bothered to try. One day that brand ran out and I used some coconut oil instead, and holy shit, I've been using it ever since. So many benefits over even the best lubes. Watch out with latex condoms though. Can cause them to fail. Not an issue for us, but thanks. A library card. It's great. Having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card. Once you get one, you can learn about Jekyll, Hyde, Jekyll. So I'm not the only person who hears that song every time some says library card since I was 4. A clip for your phone in your car that attaches to your air vents, or something like that. Don't need to hold the phone in your lap when using the GPS or putting it in a cuff holder, lol. Get one that is magnetic. That shit is fantastic. Have a recommendation? Night Eye is steely. It's basically a ball bearing that sticks to the dash, and a small magnet for the back of your phone. I also use the magnet to stick my phone to the stove while cooking, under the hood while working on the car, etc. Knife sharpener. For expensive knives or family heirlooms you want to use a whetstone to minimize material loss. But for regular old box store kitchen knives, just a cheap 2-step pull through sharpener is a life-changing event. Cannot agree more. I have a cheap double-sided whetstone and everybody comments on how sharp my knives are. I even offer people to sharpen their knives to improve my sharpening skills. A condom. Life-changing. Life-preventing. Life-saving. Quality soaps. Shampoo. I consistently get compliments on how good I smell, and I never use cologne. I'm game. What soaps do you recommend? I personally use a hypoallergenic Dove soap, Method Men body wash, and Dove shampoo, conditioner. I would recommend buying all products within the same scent profile. My body wash, shampoo, and deodorant is all outdoor/wood scented. Method Man body wash. The entire line from the Wu-Tang Clan is excellent. If you live in a city, earbuds to sleep. I came from a small town and the only noise were cows or church bells. When I moved to the city I now live in, my sleep would constantly get interrupted and my sleeping pattern got fricked up. Now with the noise gone I sleep far better. The noises were never really loud, so it took me a long time to realize why I was always tired. I guess I could add to this by adding in a giant box fan. I suppose a bit more than $10. But still a game changer for good sleep. I actually know someone with a white noisemaker. This would make it where you don't get cold, but can still have the background noise. I used to live downtown in my city. Most mornings at 3 AM someone would rip past with his motorcycle. I slept like shit on the nights he worked, assuming he worked at one of the bars. I could sleep through sirens, but not that loud ass street bike. Garlic and a small bottle of olive oil can liven up pretty much any dish. Mince the garlic, or mash it with a pinch of salt on a cutting board using the back of a fork. Toast that bitch up in a tiny bit of regular canola or rice bran oil. Be careful not to burn it, and finish the dish with a drizzle of olive oil. I use it for mac and cheese, grilled chicken, aglio e olio, shrimp, whatever. If you make a lot of Asian food, swap the olive oil for sesame. Cold pressed is best, but may or may not show up within $10. Aglio e olio is literally pasta, garlic and olive oil. Also, why not just roast the garlic and olive oil then use that infused oil to finish the dish? You can liven up any olive oil that way. Meat thermometer. Really ups your cooking, grilling, and definitely worth the investment for a good at-home steak. Worth it just for reverse searing steaks. My guy, let me tell you about my motherfucking planner. That's right son, it's a calendar with space for notes. It's not a real day timer. This is some shit I bought at the dollar store. The cover looks like fake leather. It has the days written down in it, one for each freaking page son. I carry it with me wherever I go, and I write shit in it. Nobody cares what you write. It's a planner, not freaking Tolstoy. But when everyone else is pulling out their phones to take notes and check their calendars, I pull out my cheap shit planner from the dollar store. Motherfuckers are like, this is a choice individual. Our upcoming appointment was just written the frick down on paper. This guy cares about me and what we are doing in the future. I feel cared for. Then I show up to the meeting, and right next to that appointment, I take more notes. Then if I want to see what I did the last time we had a meeting, it's all freaking there shithead. This is the most aggressive ad for a planner I've ever seen, and it worked. I bought 3 planners after reading that. I am now micro planning every second of my day and my stool has improved. Life changer indeed. This rides the line between review and copy pasta, and I've never wanted a planner this badly before. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button and leave a comment which story you liked the most. Subscribe and hit the bell notification for updates on our latest videos. And don't forget to check the links in the description box for more awesome content.